Alright boys, what is up? SMPLSCK here, back with another video. If you couldn't tell from the title, it is an Amazon video. I recently read an article, and also I'd like to mention Grant Patterson, aka the Cannabis Library, also did a video, so check that out as well. And him making a video kind of made me want to do one myself on my channel, so shout out to Grant. I'll post his link in the comments below. I'll post his description. I'll post his channel in the description below, as well as Randy's. And you know, Randy hasn't been in a video in a while, where we're just seshing in a car. It's because he hasn't been smoking, but he's willing to take one hit. And for this video, I do have my Delta 8 from Via Hemp, and we're just gonna be session and talking about this article that I read. And yeah, me first.
Maybe 2 hits. It's not THC or anything. So,
it is.
Oh,
it's Delta 10 THC.
What does that mean?
Which is like more of a sativa high, but it's more comparable to like a caffeine high because it's more mellow, not as intense as Delta 9 sativa, which is regular sativa.
Which is regular like THC weed.
But they say that Delta 8, you know, you tried the gummies before that I had, or more of the indica side. Delta 10 is more sativa like. So
I see. Okay, that's interesting. See how really well informed he is with his videos, you guys, and providing all this information for you guys. It gives it more great content. And I didn't even know there was Delta 8, 9, 10. Now I know. So what we're usually smoking is Delta 9.
Yeah. Delta 9 THC.
Oh shit.
What was I gonna say? So yeah, he hasn't actually been smoking in like 3 or 4 months. So this is him actually taking some THC for the first time in that long, and it's only because you know, I'm doing a video and he was willing to break that just so he could do it in a video of mine. So I appreciate that. And yeah, I guess it's a good way to ease back in by taking Delta 8 or Delta 10, right?
Yeah.
He's not taking 2, that's just 1. All right, but the main reason, other than, you know, Randy being my friend is in this video, is because he actually used to work at Amazon. And when did you fucking start working there? He doesn't work there anymore. 2018,
I want to say May or March.
Yeah, and as of right now, I believe since June, that's what, if I could recall correctly on the article, it said they stopped testing for marijuana at Amazon. And back in 3 years ago, when he was applying, you know, it was, I think they did a cotton swab or a piss test.
When I was applying, yeah, when I was applying, it was a cotton swab.
Oh.
And yeah, luckily it wasn't a piss test, because I only stopped for like, well, I want to say about a month.
Yeah.
But still, like, yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, it was a cotton swab.
Yeah.
Luckily it wasn't a piss, but yeah, and not only that, we put it in our nose, I believe it was.
Isn't that how they take COVID tests and shit too?
Wait, actually, no, yes, yeah. I'm mistaken. It was in my mouth.
Yeah. Basically, they stopped drug testing for marijuana for Amazon, and, you know, I feel like that's a lot of relief, especially, you know, it's unfair when someone could get shit-faced the day before a drug test and literally pass it, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about alcohol, obviously, but it's, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point of view, because you can...
I'll tell you this right now. If I smoke and get hella high the day before, the next day, I'm as fresh as a fucking daisy. Alright? You do the same thing with fucking alcohol, you're gonna have a hangover, and you're not gonna be functioning all that well, you know? So that in itself was just like... And another thing is, like, sativas to me, Delta 10 or whatever, it's more of like a caffeine high. It doesn't get me like, oh, I can't drive, you know? It's more like an awake feeling, you know? More like alertness. But back to the article. Amazon is spearheading this, like, one of the biggest corporations in the fucking world is, you know, behind federal legalization of cannabis. And that in itself could be a catalyst, you know, because you heard of Walmart trying to get into the cannabis industry. They're potentially going to start selling some stuff.
Really?
I read an article, back then. But now that Amazon, arguably the biggest company in the world, is behind the legalization movement, I think a lot more companies are gonna start and follow suit. You know, a lot more companies are gonna stop drug testing for cannabis, because I think honestly that's just absurd.
Yeah.
You know, and you have anything to say?
I was gonna say maybe depending on which company it is and like what department you'll be working in, I feel like they'll probably not be so strict on the drug testing for marijuana. Just because, let's say for example, since where I'm working at right now is Frito-Lay and I'm driving a forklift, I highly doubt they're gonna want someone who's high, or obviously, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if they might still test on those kind of like areas, just because of that, you know, the specifications of that. Like, you know, you'd be driving a fucking forklift that's like a forklift. I don't know if you knew, it weighs as much as 4 cars. Oh, shit. With the pallet.
Well, obviously.
But anyways,
you shouldn't be smoking.
Of course, of course. But that's what I was trying to say. Though. Maybe some companies will take that still that safe route with those like specific areas. But like for example, you're right. Yeah, like what the fuck? You know, who cares?
I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'll just say, oh well, I am a hypocrite. I smoked when I worked at a Chinese restaurant, but that was it's like I'm not dealing with heavy equipment.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Depending on what you're doing, I feel like they're not gonna really be caring about you smoking marijuana or anything.
So basically, it was. Let me read some of this. So it's spearheaded by this representative called Nancy Mace, and she was apparently in the Donald Trump administration. Say what you want about him, not really into politics and stuff, but what she's doing is, fucking honestly, what she's doing is changing the country for the better. Legalizing a plant that has been stigmatized as like horrible fucking since the fucking dawn of time. You know what I mean? Or not the dawn of time, but like since fucking like 1900s, you know what I mean?
Since I was born.
So, let's just say it says the prohibitions at the federal level really do affect their workforce, and that's true. You know what I mean? You can only imagine how many people got like rejected to work at Amazon because they fucking smoked a joint one time within that month. You know what I mean?
Hell of people.
They were probably good workers. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It says, like I said, their goal or like their main goal is not to sell weed. Amazon that's not their goal. They're just trying to push it on a federal legalized level, and
discriminate against it.
Yeah, basically, because we waste so much money on that to fucking enforce these fucking stupid ass laws on cannabis. Like, I think like I could be wrong, but like up to $1 billion has been used on that to enforce these laws that are fucking putting people in prison that are just smoking like a blunt or something. Come on. But yes, it says, even in her very red state of South Carolina, medical cannabis is at a approval rating at 70%. So even a fucking country, a state like South Carolina, which is probably not the most free in terms of, cannabis and all sorts of other shit, they're at a 70% approval rating. So
70?
Yeah, they want.
Wait, Florida, you said?
No, South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina. Well, they ain't shit over there.
Yeah, exactly. So if there's weed over there, maybe there will be some shit over there from now on, right? I'll post a link in the description below if you want to check that out. I didn't want to read too much of it. Just wanted to skim through it and tell you guys the key points in that. And just that now that the biggest corporation or biggest company in the world is backing the legalization of marijuana or cannabis, that's a step forward,
Yeah.
That's like a major step. And
I'm sure a lot of companies are going to be like, obviously they're going to see that, it's going to headline, and then they're going to take in consideration, well, maybe we shouldn't be discriminating cannabis so much to the point where like we're not going to be able to hire, any employees, because I bet you not the majority, but people smoke weed, man. You know what I mean? People smoke weed, especially if you're working at a warehouse. I guarantee you probably smoke weed. You know what I mean?
Dude, probably like 70% of the people in the United States smoke weed, bro. You know what I mean? It's truly sickening how prohibited it's been for all these years, and then finally we got Amazon. So what a way to start the year 2022, right? To have the biggest company to back that shit. And honestly, I can't wait for the future. It means good things for me and for everyone that's in the cannabis industry.
That's true. Because that's a good point. Yeah.
If Amazon backs this, maybe people are like, oh, I buy stuff from Amazon. Maybe it's not so bad. I don't know. I really don't know.
No, I don't know. I mean, like, is it like taken like that, like in YouTube when you upload to? Same thing, like.
On YouTube, I'm age restricted, and if I'm lucky, I won't have a video age restricted. But here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying, though. See, that's good set off.
I do realize that my content should be age restricted, I just feel like it's not helping, you know, because people can easily just make fake accounts, and you know, I don't know. It's just, I just feel like it's a little bit unfair, because I do see, you know, other more established channels probably uploading content that's more you know, influential and more devastatingly dangerous. Bad for me, like shotgunning beers, fucking, or alcoholic fucking all of a liquor bottle, you know what I mean? It's some shit, you know. I don't know. It's just,
this is dangerous too, but like not like high, more dangerous to the point where like, you can seriously get injured.
And like my argument is too, like all these rapper music videos and stuff, you know, which has like 100 million of views, where they're just doing drugs and, you know, doing all this stuff, and they're not age restricted. You can literally be 10 years old and fucking watch these videos. They're not even age restricted. Just fucking fat booties in their face. Fuck it, right? You know, but as long as they're making YouTube money, like I guess so, you know. But for as far as like my content goes, even this, like we're talking about Amazon legalizing or helping the movement, it's probably gonna be age restricted.
Really?
Yeah, I'm fucking taking a hit of this, but
that's fucked up. Yeah,
it is what it is. Yeah.
Well, shit, man. Yeah, let's make that move now. Like, man, what the fuck? You know, there's people out there who. You know, doesn't deserve this. Yeah. You know what I mean? So hopefully, like how Andrew was saying, Amazon's gonna set off this, like, what did you say that word to use? Catalyst or something?
Yeah, catalyst.
Where it's just everyone's just gonna, like, you know, it's like a domino effect pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what basically. It sounds like. Yeah.
And probably gonna end the video here, but I'd like to give a shout out to my homie RJ Eats. Link will be in the comments. No, his channel link will be in the description below. I fucked up earlier. I don't know if I'm gonna add that. But earlier in the video, there was a fuck up. I almost fucked up again. But shout out to the homie. You have anything to say?
Yeah, well, shit, before we end it, I'm just curious now, one last question. Like, is there any state that is fully legalized, like 100%? Like, you know what I mean? Like, 100? Like
what?
Like, for cannabis? Like,
yeah, California.
Well, like 100%? Like, straight up?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No, there's like 20 states that are legal, shit. I think.
Oh, fuck.
Up to. I could be wrong. The numbers aren't there. Oh, yeah. But there's like 13 of them. 13 that are... There's like 33 states that have a medical program or a recreational program. 33 out of 50.
Oh, screw it. No shit. We have dispensaries.
I think that might be a wrong number, though. But it's up there. It's up there. There's more rec and medical states than none. So... Yeah, we're getting there, guys.
I see. Well, that's all I had to say.
Right. Yes. Peace out, guys.
Ciao. They can't get shit like that.